I'm going to show you how I log my MRAN, my magnetic resonance analyzer results. So I just did the 1-minute test holding the metal bar, and now I've accessed the readings, and then starting with the cardiovascular and cerebrovascular analysis report card, I go down and I'll see it's 73.086. So 73.086. And the way I keep track of these is if the number goes up, and that's away from normal, and as you can see, it's in the yellow section, so my blood viscosity is higher than normal, then I code that red because it's going in the wrong direction. And then this next column that has the asterisks, that's where I keep track of the readings that are either normal or trending towards normal. So since since the blood viscosity is now trending away from normal, I remove that asterisk, because later at the end I'm going to count them up rather than having to count all the greens and the blacks every single time I do a reading. I just keep track of it with the asterisk, and then I'll just add it up later on. Now, next reading is the cholesterol crystal. That is 60.191. That's still in the normal range. You can see it's green here. So that is 60.191, and that's solid black. That's in the normal range, and the asterisk stays the same. Next, blood fat. My blood fat is 1.781, and that went down from 1.808. So that is trending towards the desired region. So that is green, and I add the asterisk there. Next one, vascular resistance, 0.718. That's still in the normal range, in the green range, so no change there. Vascular elasticity, 1.241. And as you can see, that is going up. If you look on the MRAN reading, the color-coded MRAN reading, I'm in the yellow, which is below normal. But in my case, I'm trending up towards normal, so it has increased. So since it has increased, I now change that to green, and I know I'm using green 4, by the way. That after much trial and error, that's the best one for me to use. It's not that dark, so I can't confuse it with black, and it's light enough that it can be read even in the shaded areas. Okay, next, myocardial blood demand, 0.334. And that's still in the normal range. From the day before, it was 0.277. So it went up, but it's still normal, so that stays black, no change there. Myocardial perfusion volume, 4.349. And that went down from before. It was 4.430 before. Now it's less. It's 4.349. So that's going down. So that is now red. All right. Next, myocardial oxygen consumption is 3.997. 3.997. And that's still in normal range. So no change there. The stroke volume, 0.526. That went up. I'm below normal in that reading, so going up is a good thing, so I'm going up. And ventricular ejection impedance, that's the resistance, that has gone up. Still within normal, but it has gone up, which I speculate is not a good thing. Ventricular effective pump power, that is 1.958, and that also is in normal range, but it is going up, which is interesting. My pump power, my heart's pumping power in the left ventricle has gone from 1.78 to 1.89 to 1.958, so it has been trending upwards So I'm doing something right, and the power of my heart muscle is getting stronger. So again, still within normal range, and that's the asterisk there. Artery elasticity, next 1.878. Also a good sign, the elasticity is increasing, so that's a green. And I add the asterisk for later totaling. Perfusion pressure, 19.002. Again, that's trending in the right direction. It's going down. So it continues. And as you see here, for the past 3 days, I check my readings every morning at 6 a.m. So they're consistently checked at the same time, roughly within an hour at 6 o'clock hour. And it's gone from 20.163 to 19.84 to 19.002. So the perfusion pressure has been going down. And the blood vessel elasticity, 1.682. That's still in normal range, but that's been going up, which is a good thing. Brain tissue blood flow, 9.850. Also going up from the day before. So that's one of the 32 readings, one of the 36 different readings that are available in the MRAN device. And I'll go through the rest now quickly without commentary. And then at the end, I'll show you how I add things up. Okay, here's something interesting I'll point out about this particular model and software version. I noticed after a while that the readings for valine and histidine were always the same. And I determined that there's a coding error in the software because that generally is unlikely that they would be the same consistently. Which simply brings me to a point about this particular model. I'm sure glitches like this and coding errors like this are fixed in later editions, but just something to be aware of, that sometimes they can be errors, but what's more important than the actual numbers is the trend that's happening. Is it consistently going up? Is it consistently going down? That's more important. So in this case, I keep track, and even though the range indicated on the software says 2.9 to 4.0 for histidine as the normal range, you can see here that we're way out at 11.184 and it's still showing normal. So just a little heads up again for you to be aware not to trust these machines 100% because they're not. They're more for guiding you and guiding your understanding of how the body is working and what trends are taking place. Okay, now that I'm done, then here I'm going to do my totals. So these numbers I have here are 159 and 201. This was from yesterday. The 159 represents the number of readings that are in the normal range. So of my 241 readings, you can see here, there are 242 rows, but the top row is the title row over here, body function. So there are 241 readings, and of those, 159 are normal, and 201 are either normal or trending to normal. So let's see. So let's count up how many are now normal. So 159 yesterday. So then I can go back and just scroll down, 159. So that's one is now out of normal. So that's 158. And we scroll down. 157. So 2 dropped out of normal range. So the number is 157. And then the total number of readings that are either normal or trending to normal can be easily computed by just counting the number of asterisks there are. So I do Control C. I highlight the row, the column, do a Control C to get all of the asterisks. Then I go to a favorite program of mine, Notepad++, and I Control V to insert all of the asterisks. Then I do a search for the asterisk and a count, and it's 197. So I go back to my chart, my spreadsheet, and so 197. So things dropped a little from yesterday to today. So yesterday I had 159 normal and 201 out of 241 trending to normal or normal. And that gave me a rough score of 65.98. And in this case, I have 157 divided by 241 equals 65.14. So my score dropped a bit to 65.14%. And then just recently I started tracking the number of days that I've been doing intermittent fast. 20 hours fasting, 4 hours feeding. So this is day 31. So that's it. I keep track of my MRAN readings every morning, see what's going up, what's going down, giving myself some visual cues as far as which ones are trending normal with the blues. Reds indicate trending in a negative direction, meaning could be either up or down, but away from normal. And green indicates that they're trending normal, towards normal. All right, so that's how I log my MRAN readings. And the rating that I give myself is a real simple rating out of the 241. How many readings out of 241 are normal? And I simply divide and get a percentage. Some readings obviously should be weighted and should be considered more important than others. So I imagine, for example, that liver readings and the heart readings should carry a little bit more weight. But just to make things easy, I treat everything equally, give it a value of 1, and just divide by 241. So I'm still passing, as they say, 65.14%. At one point, I was up to 72, 73. And that could be a function of the readings that the machine is providing. Sometimes the readings seem to get stuck, and I have to start a new file for myself, and then the readings adjust and normalize. But I'll get into that in another video. Hope this was helpful, just to give you an idea of how to use the spreadsheet, the MRAN resonance log sheet that I provided on the AgelessAdept.com website, so you can have an idea of how you might want to use it as well. This is just the way I do it. That makes sense to me, and that makes the readings more discernible in my mind. Hope that's helpful. See you in the next video.